By this time next month, you could have a fully built, ready to sell, cash generating online course, but statistically speaking, you won't. Here's the brutal truth about the online education industry. Nearly everyone I know wants to create an online course, and 99% of people that start building their online course and online coaching community never finish it. They have incredible knowledge, a huge amount of passion, years and years of experience, and lots that they can pass on and help other people with. But they get stuck in what I call the course creator spiral. They spend months trying to plan out this perfectly created 40-hour curriculum. They get lost in the technical hell that is the CRM system, the meta-ad pixels, and the online sales funnel. They record and re-record their videos to try and make them perfect, and until they're exhausted. Or, even worse, they sit in front of the camera and never press record, and they make excuses on why they've not started it. Too many people are stuck in what we call perfection mode. If you've ever scribbled down or laid there on that sandy beach and thought, I could coach from anywhere in the world if I set up my online coaching course, but I've never got it started, this video is for you. Today I'm going to tell you my story and show you some simple fixes on how you can get started and make some money in the next 30 days. And if you've been waiting for a sign that says I should start building my online coaching course, here it is. This is the video for you. But before I start, let me tell you a little story about me. I've gone through a few career changes and a few different ideas. I started as a professional rugby player and then I went into owning a restaurant. I absolutely love my food and drink. I am such a coffee nerd. Even so much of a coffee nerd that I make my own water. Another video and another explanation for another time. But I had my business called Epicure, we started it. The overheads and the staff costs and the sort of dictation of the weather, whether it was too hot or too cold, people weren't going to come out, the parking situation, what it was like in town. There were so many variables to making a good business. I remember when we shut the shop 6 years in, the headline on the local paper was Epicure owner heartbroken as celeb endorsed restaurant closes. We'd had incredible people in the restaurant. We'd had celebrities. Nigel Slater, a celebrity chef, had eaten there and given a rave review about us. We were okay at what we did. I thought we were good, but it wasn't a viable business. Too many overheads and you had to be in that location. I then went into property and continue to do so. There are lots of overheads. There are lots of variables that we can't control. About 3 years into doing the property though, I started to think maybe I should do some coaching. It's something I want to do. This was about 5 years ago. Started thinking of the idea of an online course, but thought I'm not bright enough, not smart enough. People won't want to learn from me. I haven't got enough knowledge. All the sort of imposter syndrome feelings that I often get. The usual stuff, why would anyone pay me thousands of pounds to learn how to do the thing? It played on my mind for years, then I started building it poorly, doing the usual stuff, filming a few videos, putting it out there, doing a bad job of it, watching a few of the videos, trying to learn off them, but doing a bad job of implementing what I wanted to do. And we went around in that circle for about 3 or 4 years. I paid a guru to build me my course, spent about 10 grand with him. I wouldn't say we got ripped off, but it certainly wasn't what was promised. And when that wasn't working well, he just cast us aside and we were 10 grand lighter in the bank account. It wasn't until I met a friend, a guy called Aaron Branch, a marketing guy who had been on Dragon's Den, a really good guy. And he was like, Si, it needs to be high ticket, group coaching. He showed me his friend that was doing it, showed me all his systems and processes and was like, this is what you need to do. Penny dropped. I'd made my first £450 sale, which was what it was at the time per month. I made that in the first couple of weeks after Aaron helped us. And then the rest is history. We're now doing 40 grand months regularly in Size Property Academy. We've been doing Size Property Academy for about 2 years and I continue to do it and I love it. I enjoy coaching the property side of stuff. A lot of it becomes a lot more easy to me now. And it was then that I decided that we wanted to build Launch Ready, where I knew there was lots of other people like me, like I was in my situation, like other coaches are and have been, where they want to get their course off the ground, but struggle to overcome some hurdles. The same hurdles that I had for the first 3 years before I actually got the course going. So here are some of the roadblocks that I want you to overcome. Roadblock number 1 is the Swiss Army knife problem. The reason that a lot of coaches never get off the ground is because they're trying to be something to everyone. The money is in the niche. It's an American saying, and I can't remember, I think it's called the niche. The money is in the niche. However, the money is in the niche. If you're trying to sell something to everyone and be something for everyone, you're effectively nothing to nobody. So you need to draw out your perfect avatar. Who am I trying to solve? Can you draw them? Can you see that person coming through the door? For me, property, I'm going to coach property, but for me, it was first-time investors that wanted to buy their first buy-to-let. Make it something really simple and clear. I wasn't trying to sell lots of other products. I've kept it really simple. In Launch Ready, we are trying to help online coaches that have a business already that do not know where to start or have started their product. We know exactly who our perfect avatar is, and it's important for you to find yours. Roadblock number 2 is imposter syndrome. You almost certainly, if you're watching this video, have imposter syndrome. And I'll be honest, I still get imposter syndrome now. Even as I'm recording this video, I do get elements of imposter syndrome about lots of things. However, imposter syndrome isn't a sign that you're unqualified. It's a sign that you're conscientious. I think psychopaths go out and have no imposter syndrome and they'll sell Forex courses or they'll sell Amazon FBA trading or whatever the Lamborghini gurus sell online. Imposter syndrome just means you care and you want it to be great. But I guarantee if you've done something for a couple of years, have a passion that you've known about for a couple of years, you are already ahead of 99% of people that want to learn. And that means you are qualified to coach. You do not need a PhD. You do not need 20 years experience. And you do not need to be living in Dubai and a multi-millionaire. You just need to be passionate and conscientious. The rest will come. In the modern day age of AI and the untouchable guru overseas, the humble course creator that has a passion and has a knowledge about something is more relatable than anything that I've just mentioned. Roadblock number 3 is the overwhelm spiral. Get this every day, get it all the time, and the old saying of you wouldn't try and eat an elephant in one bite. You probably wouldn't try to eat an elephant, but you wouldn't try to eat something large in one bite is really crucial here. Do you think any successful course creator or coach has created a 15-module, 40-hour, 3-week course coming right out the gate with any struggles and without any reiterations or any changes to it? Absolutely not. The solution to all of this is just start. Start incredibly small. Start with the most basic of basic things to start with. Start with just coaching a friend and record it. There you're already ahead. You'll have ideas, or even record yourself doing something that you want to coach. I presume that you do every day. Just record it as a simple screen recording. Start so basic and small and the rest will follow. But do not let that stop you either. If anything as well, lots of people want to make the course before they even start marketing it. I would always recommend marketing it, building your funnel, doing all the bits and pieces alongside of doing a few recordings. But if you can get started, even with its 4 hours of content and a little bit of a PDF how-to guide and a couple of tick sheets, you will get started. The knowledge will come from you. People will buy into you. People will want to invest in you as the person. And then all of the videos and the IP and all that sort of stuff will come later. But fundamentally, when we're looking at high-ticket group coaching courses, which is what we love at Launch Ready, we don't want to just do videos anyway. We have YouTube. We have a massive video library in YouTube. The absolute gold comes in the community in you anyway. So do not let it put you off the fact that you've not got 60 hours of videos all backed up. Now, I want to introduce you to something called the V.I.B.E method. It's all right worrying about building the course, but if it's not anything that people need or want, then you're probably going to waste your time. So the V.I.B.E method is this. V, validate your idea. Go into Facebook groups, Reddit groups, ask your friends, speak to people at work if that is something that you're going to coach. See what people's problems are. If you are trying to fix a problem that's not there, no one's going to buy it. But understand what the person's problem is and how you can get the outcome. But validate that idea first. Interview the audience. Interview some people that might be interested in this. Ask them the questions. So, for example, the Property Academy, I was at a gym, a friend of mine who's a very smart guy, drives a nice car, came over to me and said, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm buying this property, can you help me out? I realised there was a problem there. I interviewed him, I asked him what the problems were over a coffee. It doesn't have to be so formal. But that helped me validate the idea that I know there are lots of people that have high income jobs that are doing great, don't understand property. I knew what that pain point was, and I had him plus others that helped me validate the idea. Build some interest, start putting yourself out there, start doing a few bits on social media. Your Facebook page, a page where you've probably acquired friends from the last 10 years. Put it out there, people might be interested in it. Start talking about what you are going to do, and then execute. Get a customer. Get somebody in, interview them on Zoom, see if they're a right fit, take a small amount of money off them. It doesn't have to be huge, but that transaction gives you that validation that someone is going to get out their card and pay for the service that you're providing on that day. So just get started. Execute it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Even explain to them, my course isn't perfect yet, but I guarantee I will give you loads of value and lots of my time as I start building it out. If you start doing that and executing, I guarantee the rest will follow. So, having said all of that, and if you follow the method, you've just made your first sale, you have two choices for now. You can sit in the same place, procrastinate, wait and worry and get nowhere, or you can get out there and start monetizing your passion or knowledge. There are so many people out there with less knowledge, with less skill and less passion than you that are making tens of thousands of pounds per month. I always remember one guy in property saying to me, we've just done our first six-figure month when and his niche was serviced accommodation, Airbnbs. And I was like, 6 figures a month, that's crazy. I could never imagine doing that. As soon as you start making your first sale, then your first £10,000 a month, then first 20,000, you realize that those things are possible. This guy is a good guy, but he is not special, and he would admit that. He just started, he built his systems and processes, and it has evolved. And that is what you need to do today. Now, if all of this is still too overwhelming and you need a little bit of help, click on the link somewhere below the video and you can book a call with our team and we will help map out your offer, idea and funnel. And if you've liked this, please click subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one.